Hey everybody, it's your boy Zero here for another Gunpla review. In today's episode, we're going to cover one of my favorite Gundams of all time, and the closest thing we have to a master grade version of it, the full Mechanics 1/100th Barbatos Lupus Rex. I got this dude from Amazon. He was not cheap, but because I've learned due to one of my commenters in the community that they're not reprinting these, so that explains why he was so expensive. So, yeah, just a pain in the butt to get, but I'm happy I got it because I loved it. The one thing I wish they did more full mechanics kits of and not make them Bandai premiums is that, as stated before by one of my commenters, by you lovely people, because thank goodness you people know more than I do, that this is and it was, like I said before, about to say, this is a nice midway point between a master grade and a high grade. It just fits right in the middle, and I really enjoy that fact. It's like it's less complicated than a master grade, but more complicated than a high grade. It's right in the middle, and they should make more of them instead of the handful they do make, and then they make the ones that are Bandai exclusive, which cause people to pay out the pocket, which is a pain. But my rage-fueled biases against Bandai exclusives aside, which is ironic since I have a bunch of them, let's get into the episode with my favorite mobile suit. Well, at least one of them. Okay, so this is the full Mechanics Barbatos Lupus Rex with everything that comes in box. A huge sheet of color-correcting stickers, which I used all of them, because they mostly went for tiny pieces, so it wasn't that much of a hassle to do. But alright, I'm gonna go off script for a second because this has to be said. All this plastic, all these stickers, and I still had to paint the claws. Like, see these and that hand? Yeah, I had to paint all of them. I painted each individual claw. It's like, you couldn't give me a plastic hand or fingers you can pop on right on top of these. Why did I have to take the time and the effort to paint them? You gave me yellow plastic for here, and the shoulder pauldrons here, and the chest, the feet, but you couldn't give me extra yellow for the fingers. That is annoying. Okay, so back to the main story. Okay, so I'm just gonna move this dude to the side because if post-credit me can get a good luck on this, around this mark here, I'll put the image of what the Barbatos Lupus Rex looks without all the armor on, aka the Gundam frame, which is great to see. Oop, hold on, light needs to come on. There we go, better. So yeah, we'll have the frame up because I built the Barbatos Lupus full mechanics, and you'll see actually there's a lot of similar pieces to the point that now we can segue into the other pieces that came with it. Several of the pieces of the Barbatos Lupus came with it. We have the hands with no backings, the closed fists, yeah, and several other little pieces, like for the building of the legs and the regular arms, were in box. So if something happened to if you happen to find the Barbatos Lupus and your old one happened to break something, like a hand or something, apparently the Barbatos Lupus Rex is like, I got spares, dude. These are the actual holding hands for the Lupus Rex. No, I did not paint these hands because honestly, I didn't think of it. The head crest of the Gundam frame. A stand. This stand seems oddly familiar. I try to remember the model I used, a very similar model recently, with a very pain in the butt model stand. But yeah, similar motif. You set it as high as you want it to go. Make sure the lines line up properly, like this, or like that, you know, whatever you need to do. And this is to help you use the mace when it's not attached to the backpack. Well, backstrap, I mean. And of course, the wire does come with it. You have to pop off this piece, and you can take the wire out. I trimmed a little bit, but this is majority of the length of the wire, so you can use the full length and it will fit, but I recommend going straight to the end of it, curling the end and plugging it back in here, and then you're good to go. As you can see here, I did attempt to panel line it, but my shaky hand kind of messed it up, and I didn't want to risk excuse me, the rest of the gunpla by messing up the, model. So I didn't bother. Alright. Let's just move the hands. Let's get to the good parts. Like I said, I painted the nails in because Full Mechanics / Bandai could not be bothered by giving me plastic claws. It is annoying. Alright, let's get... Oh, there is a piece of plastic back here. There we go. That is literally the thing holding the mace to the back skirt. Alright. The head is on a ball joint. But it was so weird when I was building it. The crust, if you want to call it that, on the neck, was such a pain to put in. So be careful if you do get this. Be careful of that. It is not the strongest piece, and if you put too much pressure, it could snap. Nobody wants that. Mostly because how rare these guys are and how much they cost. Finding pieces for it will not be easy. That's the leg bend. Skirt goes up. You get some decent kicks. Oh, heads up. Yeah, there it is. Be careful with the front skirt. I was hoping that it would connect through the bottom all the way through, but no, it just covers the front part, and thus it is, yeah, that's how loose it is. It's like, you're barely attached. It's basically using friction to stay attached, so I would recommend gluing it just to be safe. You don't have to. If you don't go into too many crazy poses, it won't fall off, but to be safe, glue it. We have the sub arm. If the arm will disagree with me, oh, you can lay down for them. I don't have the patience to mess with you right now. So if you do have, like, I have the Swaz Grays, but it's temporarily out of reach. You can use the axe that comes with it right here, or any weapon that can fit in the sub arm. So you do have that option. And of course, the sub arm casing, if you want to call it that, hatch, is made of 2 pieces. It opens and closes, nothing crazy. That's the arm all the way out. The shoulder rotates magnificently, so you can get a lot of poses via the shoulder, which is great. Especially if you want to do poses with the tail out like I do. Mostly because this was the coolest part of the Barbatos Lupus Rex to me, and still is. That's the foot up, foot down, left, right. That's the arm fully bent. So yeah, you get a lot of decent poses and decent ab crunch. So you get decent posing, minusing the head because the beard gets in the way. Also be careful with the beard. When putting everything together, I did knock this off a couple of times, especially putting on the backpack. So be cautious. You don't want this to pop off on you and then go flying into the void. And then you have one beardless Barbatos. Yep. Oh yeah. Like I said, the shoulder pauldrons do move up and down. So you can get excellent posing with this. So, yeah. Let's check out the mace before I put it back on the back skirt. Is the mace. All the ultra, I think it's called the ultra mega mace or something crazy like that. The pile bunker is still right here. It collapses, it extends. There's a little notch right here. You take one of the holding hands. Obviously for the Barbatos Lupus Rex, not the, Barbatos Lupus. The hands will not fit it. This is the high grade sandwich style situation, but a little bit of the master grade, because see this little hole right here, the little notch? It's supposed to go with this little piece right here. You place it in. Hitting the light, but... and bam. Weapon is in hand. It's a little wobbly, but it stays in. So you do have an option. It's not... it doesn't like slide. It has a good grip on it. Yep. So, yeah. So let's get to the summary and wrap up this dude. And I'll catch you guys in a bit. Okay, so one thing I forgot to do before I got into the summary, I can show it right now. You attach this piece to right here, either one of the 4 pegs, these spots, because it's all the same all around. That's how you attach it. There goes the tail. Take it, you plug it into the hole back here, and there's the mace, ready to go. That's for the tail. Ta-da. No big deal. Alright, now into the summary. Okay, slight bias. Let's put that right now. Love this thing. Love everything about it. Because, again, one of my favorite mobile suits of all time. With that being said, personal biases aside, glue will be necessary if you want to make sure things are not going to go off, namely the front of the skirt, because it's not really held in tightly. It's held in by friction if you're lucky. You pose it too much, it will fall off. The beard isn't really in there tight. You may need to glue it to keep it safe. Other than that, be careful when building it, because this will be a pain if you do get it, and it'll be expensive to replace. Other than that, yeah, I would recommend it if you can find it. If you can find it cheaper than I did, more power to you. I found mine and it was not cheap. I'm not going to detail how much it cost. Let's just say it costs a wing and a prayer. An arm and a leg, do what you want with those. But I don't know if Bandit will ever listen to me or hear me, but please make this a master grade. I want a master grade Barbatos Lupus Rex, and a Pale Rider, and a Denial Gundam. If you can make a master grade Dark Matter Ixia, you can, and a real grade Build Strike Gundam, and a master grade Build Strike Gundam, if I remember correctly, you can give me my Denial Gundam. I want that as a master grade. I want all my favorite Gundams as master grades, or at least full mechanics 1/100 sized. Give me this, man, and I'm not alone. Everybody has their favorite Gundams that they will wish were a certain size. Like, they wish their favorite master grade was a high grade, or their favorite high grade was a master grade, or a perfect grade. Whatever have you. We all wish our favorite mobile suits were in every size available to them to they can afford and have on a shelf. Because it is a pain when your collection doesn't feel complete because they never made that version of it. Believe me, I have a bunch of master grades, but it never will feel complete because I don't have a master grade Denial Gundam or a master grade Pale Rider. But my tirade against the lack of specific master grades is over. And I want to thank you all for watching. I'll catch you guys on Friday when I actually do something different. It's going to be the Figurized Gallantmon or Dukemon, depending if you saw the Japanese version or the English dub. So I figured do something different, and if that does pretty well, I do have a Figurized Kamen Rider Koga that I haven't reviewed, because it kind of sits on a shelf right behind my Omega Load Omega Stray. And I believe the Build Strike full package. Or is it right next to the Heavy Arms? Not sure. It's on the top shelf somewhere. But yeah. Then on next Monday will be the Tortoise Ritter. And after that, I got nothing. Well, I got plans, but I don't know what order they're going to be in and who's coming up next after that. I'll probably finally accept it and just build the gun cannon. Maybe. Possibly. I haven't decided. So I'll catch you guys on Friday. Remember, all of you are awesome, all of you are loved, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, like the video. It all helps. Or use the links down below, support the channel. I'll catch you guys real soon.